On being cautioned against walking on a headland by Charlotte Smith, 1749 to 1806. Is there a solitary wretch who hies to the tall cliff with starting pace or slow, and measuring views with wild and hollow eyes its distance from the waves that chide below? Who, as the sea-born gale with frequent sighs chills his cold bed upon the mountain turf, with hoarse half-uttered lamentation lies, muttering responses to the dashing surf. In moody sadness on the giddy brink I see him more with envy than with fear. He has no nice felicities that shrink from giant horrors. Wildly wandering here, he seems uncursed, with reason not to know the depth or the duration of his woe. Okay, this poem is by Charlotte Smith. Let's see. Charlotte Smith was from London. She was born into quite a wealthy family. Her father gambled away all the money, and she was married off to a slave trader. Now, later the slave trader went bankrupt and ran away to France. And she wrote poetry in order to get money for herself and for her children while she was in England. So, what's the poem about? Okay, well, the poem is about somebody who's a bit, or she's been warned that she shouldn't go to a headland. This is a piece of land that goes out into the sea. Because there's a lunatic, a madman, who lives in that place. And the poem is about the fact that this madman, as he is mad, he is free from all the rules and regulations and various different things of human society, and that she actually maybe envies him because he doesn't have to obey these rules, and he doesn't have to fear death, and everything is very easy for him. So, let's see. There is a solitary wretch who hies to the tall cliff with starting pace or slow. So there's a solitary wretch. A wretch is a poor person in a bad state. Yeah, they who is suffering, and who hies, who goes quickly. To hie is an old-fashioned word, mean to go quickly to a place. Who goes to the tall cliff with starting pace or slow, and sometimes he walks quickly and sometimes he walks slowly, and measuring views with wild and hollow eyes. Okay, so the madman looks out and sees the views from this headland with wild eyes, with hollow, with empty eyes, and this is quite a long way up, and the waves below are rebuking, are saying you shouldn't be here, you shouldn't be here, to chide, to tell off, to rebuke. So I think this is somebody saying you shouldn't go to this place. There's a madman, there's a lunatic there. And then she goes on to talk more about this person. Who, so this lunatic, as the sea-born gale with frequent sighs, chills his cold bed upon the mountain turf. So This is a place where the gales, the storms come in from the sea, and they sigh frequently, to sigh. And maybe this is also echoing the sighs of the madman. Yeah, and these seaborne gales, these storms, make the place very cold. Yeah, because he sleeps here on the mountain grass, on the grass of this headland, and this is where he lives. So he lives in a very inhospitable place. With hoarse, half-uttered lamentation lies, murmuring responses to the dashing surf. So he lives here. He sleeps on the grass on the top of this mountainous headland, and he utters lamentations. He speaks sadly. He speaks like a madman as he lies, answering the surf, the sea that is rebuking him below, that chides below, the waves below, the surf that is crashing against the rocks. Yeah, and it's saying that he is raving, as if he's responding to the raving of the ocean that is crashing below. In moody sadness on the giddy brink, I see him more with envy than with fear. So I see him on this headland, this place where he's on. If he goes any closer to the edge of the cliff, he will fall over into it. And the giddy, if you're giddy, you're dizzy, your head's going round and round. Yeah, and so I see him in sadness, with different moods. Yeah, on the edge of this precipice. But I think this is both his mind and his physical position. And she looks at him more with envy than with fear. So she actually, people say that she should fear him, but actually she's a little bit jealous of him. He has no nice felicities that shrink from giant horrors. So he doesn't have to worry about the niceties of society. Yeah, he doesn't have to worry about the nice felicities. He doesn't have to shrink away from the fears of life. He has nothing to be afraid of. Yeah, he is. It's like he's free. He doesn't have to worry about saying the appropriate things. He doesn't have to feel imminent danger. Yeah, it doesn't matter to him. Wandering wildly here, he seems uncursed with reason. Okay, so he wanders here, he walks about on this headland, but he seems to be free, without a curse, without the curse of life, because he doesn't know the dangers or the or how long things will last, or the problems of life. And she's saying that in his madness he is free. Yeah, he's not cursed by his state of mind, by being mad. Yeah, he's not, but because he doesn't have to put up with human reason and logic and things like that, and therefore he is actually free in his lunacy. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. on being cautioned against walking on a headland by Charlotte Smith.